Nenutset. Before our time, for thousands of years, the Dena'ina Athabascan people of south central Alaska have enjoyed times of abundance and endured times of famine in Dena'ina Elthnena, our Dena'ina country. Kukizakatnuhitana Elthnena, the Stony River People's Country, is a part of Dena'ina Elthnena. Lime Village is on the Stony River, 180 miles due west of the metropolitan city of Anchorage. It is one of many very remote places in Alaska, accessible only by traveling on a small plane through the mountain passes of Zilkin, the Alaska Range. Far from barge lines, grocery and department stores, post offices, health services, and other amenities of modern life, Lime Village is intimately close to natural resources that help keep people busy every month of the year, bonded to the land. The modern name, Lime Village, refers to the limestone in the surrounding hills. The traditional name is Hukdichin. It was given this name because of the abundance of food and supplies in the area. Lime Village is a place where the people still use traditional knowledge of the Dena'ina lifestyle. Helen Dick is now a great-grandmother. She was raised in a traditional lifestyle by her grandparents, and she is one of the few remaining experts on the language, customs, and traditional technologies of the Dena'ina. Helen put spruce bark on the table. This gives a rough surface so the fish won't slide while she cuts them. When Helen was a child, she repeatedly heard the prophecy given by the elders of the time. There will come a period of hard times because of catastrophic events, and the knowledge and practice of living off the land will become a necessity again for survival. Throughout her life, Helen has developed a passion to teach the current generation the skills she has learned from her grandparents. It is up to the parents and grandparents of today to teach the next generations how to survive. If times get tough, will Helen's grandchildren know the lifestyle that has enabled Dena'ina to survive? Every season has opportunities to harvest and prepare. The true secret of living in this land is to know those opportunities in advance and be ready for them. If the seasonal cycle that drives village life has a beginning, it is Kulik, springtime, when winter releases its grip, a time called breakup, in reference to the river ice literally breaking up and surging downstream. Travel is difficult before breakup. The winter trail becomes a white ribbon across the country. Creeks are too swollen to wade across and too full of ice to travel by boat. Brian, Helen's grandson, takes his snow machine on a precarious ride. The lakes remain frozen while the river and creeks wrestle to get free. As the ice breaks, the river surges, cutting new channels and depositing silt-covered ice everywhere. Helen shows her granddaughter Andrea how to find clean ice for drinking water. The river seems a bit angry, having to wake up after being solidly covered all winter. Traditionally, Dena'ina hunted beaver as soon as boat travel was possible. Grandma Charlie said that if beaver are shot before the leaves get as big as the beaver's ear, the beaver will float to the surface of the river. After that time, the beaver are too lean and will sink and be hard to retrieve. Helen's dad, Pete, is 94 years old. He demonstrates how to get a beaver off the bottom of a pond by using a split stick to pick up a beaver mitten. Helen takes Andrea to check a little net they have set. A couple of whitefish and a pike are not a bad return for their poling efforts. The big salmon runs are weeks away. Will they come? Every season, there are fundamental sustenance questions. Will the salmon return in sufficient numbers? Will this be a good year for berry picking? Will we get a moose to last us through the winter? The answers are revealed as the year unfolds. Shanitech, summertime is coming. In preparation for fishing, the fish raft is returned to the water, the holding wire nailed in place, and the cutting table mounted again. Andrea and Sarah hang a new mesh on an old float and lead line. This season they will use a dip net as well as this set net. Helen gathers spruce poles to make the dip net frame. She bends the pole. If it is tough, she will take it home. If it breaks, she will leave it and look for a better one. She splits spruce roots to lash the dip net. Andrea makes the mesh to hang on the new dip net frame. Will this be a good year for fishing? Brian is anxious to put the dip net to the test. This ancient dip net location and fish camp in the canyon above the old village of Kenealan is a very special place for the Stony River people, with surging current and, yes, fish. Helen's daughter-in-law Sarah checks the net regularly. She is glad for any fish, but mostly for the red salmon, which are still in excellent shape even though they are close to the spawning grounds. She loves cutting fish, and with it the satisfaction of knowing that her family will have enough food, with or without store supplies. If the fish are cut too thick, they will sour before drying. Knowing how to forecast the weather is very important. During rainy weather, fish must be thinner so they dry before they sour. This old smokehouse was built during the era of dog teams, before the advent of snow machines. It used to hold thousands of fish for dogs, but now is used only for fish that the family will eat. The color of the fish, the wisps of wood smoke, and the smokehouse smells all work together to dissolve any concept of past and present. As Alaska natives, we cherish the smoking of salmon, as every generation has before us.